Have you ever felt like you are pushing a massive boulder up a steep and never-ending hill? You work hard every single day, and you save what you can. But when you look at your account balance, it feels like the needle is barely moving at all. It is now 2026, and the economic landscape around us has changed significantly. Inflation has become a constant shadow, and the traditional paths to security seem more narrow than ever before. But despite these changes, the laws of mathematics and wealth remain as steady as they have been for centuries. Recent data shows that the median retirement savings for someone approaching their 60s is only about $185,000. For many of you listening right now, that number feels both too small and yet incredibly hard to reach. You might be asking yourself if it is even possible to find true financial peace when you are starting later in life. I want to tell you something very important today. You are likely much closer to a massive breakthrough than you currently realize. Wealth does not grow in a simple straight line like a ladder. Instead, it bends upward in a curve that starts painfully slow and then suddenly explodes with momentum. Today, we are going to pull back the curtain on the 3 tipping points that change everything for the average investor. These are the specific moments when your money stops being a burden and starts becoming a powerful machine that works for you. Before we dive deep into the math and the mindset of these tipping points, please take a moment to subscribe to this channel. If you find value in this message, hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. Tell me what your biggest financial fear is right now in this year of 2026. I read every single comment, and your engagement helps this message reach others who are struggling with these same difficult questions. Now let us begin by talking about the most difficult and grueling part of the entire journey. The first $100,000 is often described by the wealthy as a total nightmare. Charlie Munger, the legendary investor, once said that the first 100,000 is a total struggle. But he also said that you simply must do it. He said he did not care if you had to walk everywhere, or if you had to stop eating anything that was not purchased with a discount coupon. You simply must find a way to get your hands on that first $100,000. Why is this stage so uniquely painful for so many people? It is because during these early years, your money is not doing any of the heavy lifting for you. You are the only engine in the room. Imagine if you have $10,000 invested, and the stock market grows by a very healthy 7%. In that case, you have earned $700. While $700 is nice, it does not change the reality of your life. It does not pay for your mortgage, and it certainly does not cover the rising cost of healthcare. At this stage, 90% of the growth in your account comes from the actual checks you write and the sacrifices you make every month. This is exactly where most people give up and walk away. They look at the small returns, and they mistakenly think that the system is rigged against them. Or they convince themselves that they started far too late to make a difference. But if you can remain disciplined and reach that first $100,000, something magical begins to happen. This brings us to the first official tipping point in your journey toward freedom. The first tipping point occurs when your investment returns in a typical year begin to exceed your annual contributions. Let us look at the math in the context of 2026. Imagine you are saving $500 every single month, which totals $6,000 per year. Once your portfolio reaches $150,000, a simple 4% gain covers your entire yearly contribution. Suddenly, your money is contributing as much to your future as you are with your own labor. You are no longer the only person working for your retirement. Your capital has officially joined the team, and it never takes a day off. As we move through the challenges of 2026, many people are distracted by the constant noise of the world. But those who stay focused on reaching this first tipping point find a sense of calm that others simply do not possess. You start to see that the boulder is no longer as heavy as it once was when you started. The hill is finally starting to level out. The second tipping point is even more life-changing and emotional. This is what I call the point of cloning yourself through your assets. This happens when your investments earn as much in a single year as your actual job pays you in a year. If you earn $50,000 a year and you have $500,000 invested, a 10% market return creates $50,000 of wealth. In that single year, you have effectively doubled your income without working a single extra hour of overtime. You now have a silent partner working 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. This partner does not get tired and does not take sick days and never complains about the boss or the commute. For a person in their 50s, This is the moment of true psychological liberation. The fear of losing your job begins to fade into the background. The stress of an unexpected bill becomes a minor inconvenience rather than a disaster. You realize that even if you stopped working tomorrow, your investments are producing a living wage for your household. This is not a fantasy reserved only for the elite or the lucky. It is the direct result of strategic patience and consistent financial behavior over time. It is about avoiding the trap of lifestyle creep and staying focused on the long-term goal. Now let us look at the third and final tipping point, which is the ultimate goal for us all. This is the point of true and total financial independence. This occurs when your portfolio is large enough to support a 4% withdrawal rate for the rest of your life without ever running out. If your household expenses are $60,000 per year, you reach this point when you have $1.5 million invested. At this stage, you have crossed the finish line of the rat race. The principal balance of your wealth has become a self-sustaining machine. In many years, your wealth will actually grow much faster than you can ever hope to spend it. This is the great paradox of wealth accumulation that many people fail to understand. The first $1 million might take you 20 or even 25 years to build from scratch, but the second $1 million often arrives in just 7 or 8 years without any extra effort. Why does it happen so much faster the second time around? It is because the foundation is now so large that every small percentage gain results in a massive dollar amount. Think of it like a giant snowball rolling down a snowy mountain. In the beginning, the snowball is small, and you have to push it with every ounce of your strength. But as it grows, it picks up more and more snow with every single rotation it makes. By the time it reaches the bottom of the mountain, it has become an unstoppable force of nature. If you are starting your journey at age 50, you might feel like you do not have enough time for this snowball to grow. But I want to offer you a much more hopeful perspective today. The average person in 2026 will live well into their 80s or even their 90s. You still have 30 or 40 years of life and potential growth ahead of you. That is plenty of time for the power of compounding to work its miracles if you start today. Even if you cannot reach several $1 million, you can still reach the first or second tipping point, and those points alone will provide you with a level of security that the average person simply does not have. Most people fail because they spend their money to look successful rather than to actually be successful. They buy brand-name clothing and luxury cars and expensive vacations that they cannot truly afford. They trade their future freedom for temporary status symbols that lose value every day. In this year of 2026, the world tries to sell you things you do not need every single minute of the day. You must resist that urge with everything you have. Remember that every single dollar you save today is a seed that will grow into a tree of freedom tomorrow. If you have a home that is too large or too expensive for your current needs, consider downsizing as soon as possible. The equity trapped in your home is a dead asset if it is not producing a monthly income for you. Moving that equity into a liquid investment can move you years closer to your ultimate tipping point. Be mindful of the small and hidden expenses that add up over time. A few $100s a month might not seem like a big deal now, but over 20 years, it is the difference between a stressful retirement and a peaceful one. I also want to encourage you to look at your income resilience in this changing economy. In the modern world of 2026, relying on a single paycheck is a dangerous risk. Consider starting a side project or a small online business that aligns with your skills and hobbies. Even an extra $1,000 a month can drastically reduce the pressure on your long-term savings. It allows your investments more time to grow undisturbed and protected. Patience is not a passive act. It is a very deliberate and strategic choice. It is about understanding the natural cycles of the market and staying the course when everyone else is panicking. The history of the global markets shows that they always recover, and they always reach new highs over the long term. Your primary job is to stay in the game long enough to see that finish line for yourself. As we come toward the end of our time together today, I want to ask you a very direct question. Which tipping point are you currently working toward in your own life? Are you still struggling with the nightmare of that first $100,000? Or are you starting to see your money finally join the team and do the work? Please share your journey and your milestones in the comments below. Your story might be the exact inspiration that someone else needs to hear in order to keep going. And if you have not done so yet, please hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. It helps us continue to create deep and meaningful content that serves your financial well-being. Wealth is not just about the cold numbers in a digital bank account. It is about the freedom to spend your precious time with the people you love. It is about the rare ability to say no to things that do not bring you joy or fulfillment. It is about the deep peace of mind that comes from knowing you are prepared for whatever the future brings. I want you to find the discipline to stay the course and the wisdom to enjoy every step of the journey. May your investments be a lasting blessing to you and your entire family for many years to come. I truly believe in your ability to reach these tipping points, no matter where you are starting from. No matter how old you are or how much you have lost, you can make progress starting today. The boulder is heavy and the hill is steep right now, but it will not always be this way. The math is on your side if you give it enough time to work. Keep pushing that boulder with everything you have. Keep believing in the power of the process. And above all else, keep moving forward toward your goal. I look forward to seeing you and hearing about your success in the next video. God bless you on your long journey to true financial freedom, and may you experience the grace of financial peace in this year of 2026. Remember that the path to $1 million begins with the discipline of a single dollar. Do not let the fear of the future paralyze your actions in the present. The economic winds of 2026 may blow hard, but your roots can grow deep. Focus on what you can control and let go of the rest. Your future self will thank you for the sacrifices you are making right now. The journey might be long, but the destination of peace is worth every single effort. Stay strong and stay invested in yourself and your future. I will see you soon.